Shalom, family. Well, I don't celebrate. Let me say this. It is late, but it's never too late to pray, read your word, and let the Most High know that you are here to fulfill any assignment that He has for you. That's number one. So I don't celebrate Christmas, Thanksgiving, or either of those things, and because I homeschool my grandson, um, I can just keep going. I don't really care about all these breaks and stuff that they do. But I gave them a 2 week winter break. So we go back to class. We'll start back class tomorrow. And so I'm gonna probably play a couple of games and lay down and call it a night. But before I decided to sleep, I want to say thank you to all of my new subscribers. I appreciate it very much. Um, And then I'd like to just say something that I heard, and I thought I should talk about that real quick. Ian Van Sant, I'm probably not saying it right, but um, I think I think I'm saying it right. But she has a show or had a show called Fix My Life. Um, she, I'm not gonna lie, I enjoy watching her show. Um, And I agree with a lot of things that she does, but then there's some things and I'm just like, ooh, no, that's not how we do that. Um, but I heard her say something the other day. She says, I think it was some friends. It was a group of ladies that came together to get some help from Iyanla. And she said to them, I am not my sister's keeper. I am my sister. It's like, that makes sense because these ladies were friends. They were all single. All of them had been single for quite some time. And for the most part, they were there because they were single. That was really the premise of it all. But once they started doing the work to do their healing, they realized that they were all the same. They were different ages, different shapes, colors, all of the things. They were friends, but they were the same. They all had pretty much the same feelings about themselves, went through pretty much the same things that got them to where they are in their walk. And it was funny because they're friends, but they didn't realize how much they were alike. And I realized that in life, you meet people. Um, Sometimes you think they're there for um, relationships. I'm speaking of the opposite sex, of course, because that's how we do it in my culture. So you meet a guy and y'all get together and it doesn't work. Then you meet another guy and then y'all get together and it doesn't work. And then you try to figure out, like, what's wrong with me? Like, what is happening? And I realized that you meet people sometimes because they need to show you something. Either you need to learn something about yourself, something about what you're doing. Sometimes you meet someone and y'all become friends, and like those ladies, they were the same person, but they didn't realize it. Um, They didn't understand what was their connection as far as why are we all friends? You know, the Most High, Elohim, he's interesting the way he does things. He knows what we need. He knows who's going to bring the best out of us. He knows who's going to help us learn a lesson. The ones we need to come together because maybe we need to help someone heal in one way or another. Growing up, I thought I was the only one going through what I was going through. Then I realized there are a lot of people that are going through what I went through in life. Some people don't make it because they didn't see the strength that they had, or it was too much for them to deal with or bear. In the women in our meeting or our celebration of the women in red, we had the ministers that did a segment. Everyone had their own. I think they got like 15, 20 minutes to talk about it. Your voice matters. How many women, not just women, or people in general who grew up and their voice didn't matter because that's how they see it. That's how it looked in their family. I know in the generation that I grew up, children were seen and not heard. You weren't allowed to really say a whole lot. Ma'am and no ma'am. You speak when you're spoken to. Other than that, go play. Healing that inner little girl. How many of us are still trying to heal that little girl on the inside? How many of us know how to? How many of us know that that little girl on the inside needs healing? Emotional regulation. It says as a wife, but just emotional regulation in general. How many people have no control over their emotions and they're all over the place because they're allowing their emotions to lead their life? How to talk to people without attacking. I had that bad. Oh, I had that so bad. Everything someone said to me, I took it personally. Everything. And that was personal. That was a personal issue with myself because of how I was raised and how I was treated growing up. I was always the wrong. I was always doing something wrong. I was talked too much, asked too many questions. I'm stupid. I'm dumb. I mean, it was just always something wrong with me, according to the people that raised me. So when I became an adult, I ain't care about people. I ain't like people, so I treated them and talked to them any old kind of way. And if you don't like it, get the heck away from me. Get away from me. But when I'm alone, I would cry about it because that is not what I wanted. I wanted to be around people. I wanted to have friends and do all the things, but my emotions were at the forefront. That I'll never forget. A lady said to me, "I wore my heart on my sleeve." What the, I don't know what that meant. Oh, I know what it means. I know what it means. The least little thing, I would pretend like I was so tough and strong, but really I was crumbling on the inside. Now, don't get me wrong. I would attack you. I would touch you. I would put my hands on you. Trust me, I would do that because I felt like I needed to protect myself. But when you live in a world when you feel like you're always in danger, if you feel like people are always against you, when you feel like nobody likes you, it's not a pleasant place to live. It's really not. Um, how to be a safe place for your husband. That was interesting for me because I ain't like men. So safe place for him. Forget him. Um, test of endurance. I went through a lot of that over the years. And I just always saw it as a bad thing. Like, why am I going through so much? Why is everything always happening to me? I never expected things to go well. I always looked for the bad. I mean, I was just the way I lived my life. But Yah was trying to show me, the Most High Elohim was trying to show me that you're so strong. You are that palm tree. You bend, but you don't break. Because no matter what I went through, I never gave up. I would be like at right there, about ready to give up. And then that mustard seed, that something, I don't know what the Most High would call it. It was just something, said as long as you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that's all it takes. And it would always be just enough to make me keep going. And then I would go through it all over again. And it was just like, oh, here we go again. It took a long time for me to understand all of it. And I'm still learning. I remember this lady said to me, she said, hell follows you wherever you go. And I've thought about that thing and I'm like, it does. It really does. I felt like I was a walking um, curse. I felt like I was cursed. I looked for the bad things to happen. I expected them to happen, and I didn't realize that because I expected it, it came. It didn't come. I brought it. I invited it. But when you're going through and you've been through so much, and it started off early, it was the way that I lived my life, it was the way that I was brought up. I, I was brought up believing that hell followed me, that I was a curse, that I was bad, that I was evil, that everything about me was like it was a curse. I don't need no other word for it. I used to say that I was the spawn of the devil, and I believe that because I always believed that my dad was the devil, and so since I'm his child. Then I heard someone say, they weren't saying it to me, I heard someone say to someone else, you must be doing something right because the enemy is trying his best to stop you in your tracks. It was some years ago when I heard that. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, it didn't, it meant enough to me for me to remember it, but I didn't understand it. And then I heard, I don't know if it was through teaching of Pastor Kofi's or one of the other ministers. They said the enemy only attacks those that they're afraid of. I'm like, what? The enemy is afraid of me? If you were doing what the enemy wanted you to do, he wouldn't have no reason to be on your street. It wouldn't bother you. But when you decide to follow the Most High, to follow Elohim, Yahashua Yahamashiach, well, I'm still learning the names. Trust me. I just know that saying God can be anything or anybody. Anything can be a God. You can look that up. So I stopped saying God. The Most High knew what He gave us. He knew that everything that we would need to be who He's called us to be, He's already gave it to us. But He also knew that the enemy was going to come. He was going to come hard. And he started with me when I was young. I was very young. I can remember as far back as 4. Um, but it started before that, only because of what I was told. And the enemy has been trying to take me out for many years. When I was 6, he tried to take me out in a car accident. According to what I was told, I was out. Like I was gone. And then they were able to bring me back. When I was in 3rd grade, I believe, 2nd or 3rd grade, I was pushed off of a cliff at Six Flags in New Jersey. Everybody thought I was tripping, but I guarantee you the enemy pushed me. And I know this probably sounds crazy, but we were all standing there with our class. The teacher was showing us all of the things and all of the, the rides and the view, because it was beautiful. We were way up. Um, and we were literally all standing there, and I wasn't even at the edge. Like, I wasn't at the edge. I was, you know, and I was there with my class. Our whole class was there. Um, and the next thing I knew, I don't know if you could even see it. I have black marks here because both of them. All I could see was stars as I was going down, 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 bam, 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 bam. So going down that hill, it was undeveloped, so it was all rocks and dirt, big rocks and dirt. But I can feel it as clear as if it was happening right now. It pushed me off that cliff, and all I could see was stars. Bam, bam, bam. I'm going down, and then I was out. And when I woke up, I was in a hospital. Then that didn't work. So then the enemy tried with my dad. And my dad, this is for educational purposes only, said to me that when he kidnapped me. It's in earlier stories in my videos. He kidnapped me. And I know you like kidnapped you from your mother. Well, yes, he did. He kidnapped me from my mom. He changed my name. He changed his name so that my mother couldn't find me. And the torture really began. And he told me that he had brought a gun, excuse me, a pew pew, um, to court, and that if she would have came, he was going to take me out, take her out, and then take himself out. And for years, I wish she would have came just so that I wouldn't be here anymore and have to live this life. And he was trying his best, it seemed like, to just take me out, punching me in my face and punching me in my chest and doing all the things to. So then when my dad didn't do it, so now the enemy's trying to get me to do it. I'm trying to take myself out. I'm popping pills. I'm trying to slit my wrist. I am taking all the drugs that there was, and I'm drinking everything, like all of and driving my car, um, getting home, not even knowing how, and I was the driver, and we were driving on the highway. Like it was, the enemy's been trying to get me for a long time. I never thought I'd make it to 18. I never thought I'd make it. Oh my greatness. When I made it to 20, I cried like a baby because it was like, I didn't think I'd make it. I'm 20 years old. But I was miserable. I was miserable. It took a long time to get to the woman that I am today. And I promise you, it's from the truth that I've been learning from Pastor Kofi, being a part of SOC. The truth takes the blinders off of everything. You see it differently. It makes sense. I still have my moments, but the woman that I am today, the enemy know it's too late. It's too late now. I made it. I'm doing what the Most High has called me to do. And I might not get a lot of views. I might not get anybody to purchase my books right now. But the Most High Yah has told me I'm doing what He's called me to do, and it's going to reach the ones that it's supposed to reach. So that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to keep following His will, keep being obedient, reading my word, praying, walking out on faith, and following the laws and commandments. That's it. That's all. And whatever He has for me, it's mine. And the only way you can have what He has for you have to follow His will. Stop going to these churches. They're not teaching truth. It's sad. It pissed me off when I started realizing the stuff that we could have just looked it up ourselves. Like, but you just didn't know what to look up, you know? The things I've learned being a part of SOC, I'm telling you, when I first started learning it, oh, it was pissing me off. I literally wanted to call some pastors and say, why? Why are you doing this? Why are you not being honest and telling the truth? And then you start thinking, well, they've been lying to us forever. I'm a school teacher, and they want us to lie to the students. They do. With just little simple lies, you know. Christopher Columbus, he discovered America, but yet people are there. Why do they tell us lies so much? They want to keep us away from truth because they know once we find it and once you get it, you can't unget it. Like you just like you can't. Like even when I do anything right now, once and I know the truth and I'm still learning truth. But when I do anything that is against what I know I'm not supposed to do, the conviction that I get. Oh, I get it hard. And I have to repent because it's like, oof, okay, get that up off of me. I am not my sister's keeper. I am my sister. And I want my sisters and I want my brothers to learn the truth themselves. You don't have to believe anything I say, but you can look it up and you'll see it for yourself. I'm a visual learner and I need to see stuff. Don't be just telling me something, I need to see it. But we have been conditioned to believe what our families have been doing. Oh, this is tradition. This is what we do. But why do we do it? We need to look into things. Stop just taking people's words for whatever. Look it up. And don't just Google it. Please. I get it. Google is quick and but there are other search engines, right? But better yet, go to the library. The library got it. It's got all the truth. Yeah. The truth is out there. Um, but we need to seek it. We need to seek it. So, oh my greatness, I didn't realize this video was almost 30 minutes long. But anyway, y'all know me. When things are on me, I need to say it because I know it's going to help somebody. And again, thank you for all my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Say hi in the comments, or if you want to make a comment, I would appreciate it. I always check to see if I have comments, and I always make sure that I respond. Like, comment, share. Check out my books. Go to my Amazon store. Follow me on Amazon so you know whenever I do upload new books, because there will be some new ones coming. I also have curriculum, K through 12. It's really good too. And everything that I'm putting out there is awesome because the Most High gave it to me. He gave it to me. My books. I told y'all, my little sister, she's also a teacher. She was like, I learned so much. It just made me cry because that's my purpose. It's not just about the sales. Now, we're supposed to be rewarded for our obedience. We're supposed to be. We're all supposed to be working, but not for the system, not for the world. We're supposed to be out here working for the Most High Yah. He shows us what it is that He wants us to do because it's already in us. He put it in us already. And once you start doing what He's put in you, it's simple. It's so easy. It's just do it. And it's not hard work. It's work. And it's a lot of work. But it don't be hard. Like it's not hard at all. When I tell people, my granddaughter, she's 18, she said, Granny, you wrote those books so fast. I'm like, I'm not intentionally doing that. Like it's just coming out like that. Because he gave it to me to do. It's all about my life, except for one book. It's about the holidays versus the holy days and things we shouldn't eat. Um, but the rest of the books are about my life, and it's how I'm healing through writing, through talking on these videos, through my prayer, following His will, being obedient, walking out on faith, trusting His word. Yeah, It get easier and easier, I'm telling you. So just know, if you're still here, it's for a purpose. Ask the Most High Yah, what is your purpose for me? Why am I still here? What did you put me on this earth to do? Read the word, pray all the time, not just when you're in need, all the time, and see where it gets you. And in the meantime, hashtag FINDKOFI, hashtag find Kofi. That's my pastor. Become a part of SOC. Be in the women's group. Oh, you'll love it. Oh, my greatness. The way they love on us is so beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Elder Alma is so beautiful. Like, she is so beautiful. The love that her and her husband have, oh, beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I think it's an amazing thing to see them and then they raising their handsome little boy up in the truth and in love. Not everybody's blessed to have that. I wasn't raised with it, but I have it now. And it made all that other stuff not be important anymore in my life. I have better memories. I have better dreams. I used to have nightmares all the time. Somebody was always after me, chasing me, trying to hurt me. It's not like that anymore. I'm thankful. And I just want you to get this as well. To be happy from the inside out. Oof. And to be in your purpose, fulfilling the purpose Yah has for you. Because somebody out there is waiting on you. Because what you have, no one else have it. He gave it to you. And can't nobody do it like you. So get in your purpose. Find out what it is. Shalom, family.